Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is Stormtimes Gamer, and in today's video we are going to be building Starbase in Minecraft. So this will be a perfect guide if you would like to build your own rocket factory or any sort of thing like that. Start off with building materials. So the main things you're gonna want if you do have world edit, you're gonna want to use a wooden axe. I would highly suggest using world edit for this. It'll just make it a lot easier so that you don't have to painstakingly just place so many blocks down. It's just annoying. But obviously for tutorial purpose, I will use it, so we're not here for like 2 hours just for some basic beginner stuff. But if you do not have access to world edit, yeah, this is probably gonna be the longest one for you. But we'll begin with just the basic materials. Like I said, we're gonna start with the block of quartz, just basic block, not smooth quartz, but just block of quartz. You can use smooth quartz if you want, but I just use normal block. Polished blackstone, andesite wall, gray concrete, light gray concrete, yellow concrete, and stone. These are our building materials. And if you are using world edit axe, this will fill up all of your hotbar. But if the top layer of your world isn't grass, then with that last 9th little space, put grass. But if you don't need it, then don't put grass. Just leave the open space if we will need it. But yeah, that's pretty much it to get started. So just remember to use all of those building materials. Feel free to use different materials if you think they don't look good in your world. And I would also recommend just creating a new world for this. Starbase is massive, so you want to clear out a big space. I would recommend using a flat world. It just makes it so much easier. Alright, so we're going to begin with the Ringyard, which the Ringyard is pretty basic. You're just going to want to start grabbing single polished blackstone, placing it in the floor like that. If you're on Java Edition, you know what I just did. But if you're on Bedrock or console or some other form of thing, just break and replace like that. Alright, so we're going to start with the basic dimensions here. Ringyard width is 59 blocks, so we already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59 there. So this is what it should look like so far. Just a big line of polished blackstone. Now, if you do have the world edit axe, I would just go make sure that you have the correct length here, and just see 59. Okay, so we're good. Just shy of 60. That's just so that there's a middle block. I would make it 60, but then there wouldn't be a middle block. So the next thing is how far this way are going to go with it, because the Ringyard is really just a road that all of the parts for Starship rockets and boosters and test tanks and whatever else, it all goes through the Ringyard. So how long is it going to be? So pretty soon you'll probably start seeing it take shape, but I'm just going to use stack here. I'm not going to place all these. There's 189. So for here, if you're using world edit like I am, just do /stack 188, because we already placed the first block on the far left block. So we got our basic dimensions down. So now you're going to want to go to the far right block of the width. Select that as first position. If you're using world edit, go all the way to the farthest, I guess whatever this direction is, forward, I guess, block. When we were doing the length, set that as your second position, and that it should say, if you're using world edit, 11,151 blocks selected, and you're going to go ahead and say //set polished _ blackstone. And boom, there you go. You got the whole ring yard finished there. And obviously, if you don't have world edit, you're obviously going to want to pause the video and just painstakingly put in all these blocks. But, you know, it's out of my control, I guess. But it's very, very helpful if you had world edit. Now, obviously, if you don't have Java, you won't have the same kind of world edit. I think you can get it on Bedrock on PC, but if you have Bedrock on PC, just use Java. But yeah, this is the Ringyard complete. So pretty simple there. So next up, we're gonna make Highway 4, which is more like just like a 4-lane road. Main things you're going to want is andesite, quartz, and yellow concrete here. So first thing is there's a bit of an area between the Ringyard and the road, so we're just gonna 11 blocks. So it's 5, 10, 11. It's right here. This is the first block of the road. So you see there's a little bit of a gap. So actually, it doesn't really matter which side of the Ringyard you start on, because obviously it's symmetrical. But this is kind of, from this point on, there's no like changing up the design. This is the orientation. And just gonna make a whole line of them. This is on the width side, by the way. On the width side, you're gonna want to make a whole line of it that goes 11 blocks from that entire wall there. So yeah, it should be 59 andesite blocks. Just pure andesite, not polished, nothing like that. Just pure andesite over there. So this is kind of, you can think of it as like the curb right there. So next up is going to be the actual beginning of the road. So for just very easy purposes, I have the road at 4 blocks wide for each lane. So we got 4 blocks there. Then you're going to want to place a block of quartz, then another 4 blocks, then yellow concrete, another 4 blocks, block of quartz, and another 4 blocks, 5th block, and then that is the road complete. So you can kind of see the basic outline of the road there. And you're just going to copy that exact same pattern 2 more times, except on the yellow line. In this one, just gonna want to simply make that last block andesite. So now you're gonna want to select the whole entire road segment and stack it until it is all the way over at the end of the current road here. So / stack. I'll just try 10 maybe. Like halfway there. 15 maybe. A little more. 17. Probably one more still. 18. Still one more. 19. So roughly 20 times. And this, if you're using World Edit, you know this will go over where the Ringyard ends, but that doesn't matter. This is an entire highway. It's not just 60 blocks. It goes up kilometers that way, kilometers that way. Obviously, we're not modeling the entire south portion of Texas. We're just making the Starbase facilities. So you have your basic dimensions of the Ringyard here. This is kind of where the whole thing will branch out from. So this is, you can think of this as just sort of the, this is stepping stone 1 on the way to a fully built Starbase. So the next thing we're going to do is go all the way on this side. We're just going to do the beginning parts of the base. So the high bay is currently being disassembled as I'm speaking, but we're still going to put it here, but obviously in a future episode I will just put the Gigabay in its place, but just so that there isn't just a gigantic empty space in your world, we are going to put the high bay there. So we're going to start, remember, we're at this side. Remember, the road is on what I call the width side, 59 blocks. Now we're starting on the length side, going away from the road, pointing away, like this. So you're looking there. Yep. Alright, so the high bay width is, or actually no, you want to go skip 35 blocks of grass. So I'm just going to measure this out real quick. 35. Then you want to place your first block. This is going to be light gray concrete that we're going to use just for some simple purposes. We'll put other blocks there, but this is just the foundation here. Alright, now the actual width of the high bay is 40 blocks. So remember, this is the first block, so 39 more. So now we have the width of the high bay complete. So now we want to do the length. You could say this is how far away from the front it goes. So it is 25 blocks. So as you see, this is block 1. So we want to we want to have 24 more blocks. So select that and then just go //stack 24. And that is the dimensions of the high bay complete. Now, just to make sure that's all complete, remember, we're selecting these corners that we've created, both of them, I guess the edges, and then we're just going to do, it should be exactly 1,000 blocks selected. We're going to //set stone. That is just going to be the flooring for the high bay. So you can see roughly how big the high bay is going to be eventually. Once again, if you're on Bedrock or you don't have World Edit, this is going to be real difficult for you. But I would assume that using that, because I think there is like fill commands where you just type in the coordinates. Very painstaking still. It'd probably be quicker to just fill it in. But yeah, very difficult work here. But yeah, that's just the basic outline of the high bay. So now we're going to move on to the dimensions of the Mega Bay, particularly Mega Bay 1 here. And Mega Bay 2 will be basically this entire opposite side of the Ringyard here. So there is a little bit of a gap because there's a road that runs through here. Goes into the Sanchez lot behind all the bays over there, kind of where those pigs are. So yeah. So we're gonna start with the gap. The gap is 22 blocks. So remember, I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna go 22 blocks here. That's 22. Then we're gonna place just basic andesite here, just to be a basic little. Actually, I'm gonna do like gray concrete. Looks cleaner. But this is gonna be the Mega Bay dimensions. They're gonna go out from here. So the width is gonna be 51 blocks. So that's 50 more from that first block. So it's going to go out like that. Alright, now we're going to branch out this way for length. So we're just going, remember, we're on the side of the Ringyard here. Length side, I guess, long side. And now we're just going to go ahead. And so the Mega Bay's length is 31 blocks. So once again, I'm just going to /stack 30. Some nice clean numbers here. So then, once again, here's the part that takes a while. Just gonna want to grab that furthest out length dimension, the furthest out width dimension, and then just //set stone. So these are 2 bays now that we have complete. Future videos will be doing both of these, so you can see kind of how this is going. And this over here, you may ask, why is this gap so big? You could probably fit like an entire high bay here. This is the way that eventually, once the Giga Bay is complete, all the ships and boosters will go into the Rocket Garden and even on to Highway 4 to be transported to Massey's or the launch site. So yeah, very technical words I'm saying, I know. But yeah, this is just where it all starts. Alright, so we're not going from this point over here, we're going from the edge of the Ringyard here for number 2, Mega Bay 2. So right here, first block, I'm going to use light gray concrete again. It's just the same exact thing as Mega Bay 1. So we're just going to go /stack 50 from our first block. Same thing as before. Should leave a couple block gap there. That's for the connection between Mega Bay 2 and Star Factory, which go right there. Alright, now we want to go to this one right here, far right, and now we're going to stack 30 that way. And this is the basic structure of Mega Bay 2 complete. Right now we're going to set this as stone like we did with the other bay. So again, this is the part that's going to take a while for non-Java people, so yeah, just beware. Just don't even start this project if you don't have world edit, really. It's just going to take you way too long. Alright, so here we go. We've got our basic setup complete. So now you can see we have Mega Bay 1, Mega Bay 2, and the currently being demolished High Bay. So this side, this very big strip right here, this is going to be for the Star Factory. So if you really want to, and it's going to go far that way, once we get to the Star Factory episode, we'll put that there. But for now, just select this entire side over here. See, we're going to go farther that way as well, but we're just going to do this for now. Just / set that whole thing as quartz. Right there, like that. And then you can do the same for the connection here, just so that we all remember that that is going to go there. So Star Factory might be even like a little mini-series, but yeah, it's a very big building, lots of different parts to it. But yeah, this is a good place to begin. So now that we have this completed, we can actually begin to work on the major buildings of Starbase. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and it helps out the channel. And if you have any suggestions, any comments, of course, just say them in the comment section. This is Stork Times Gamer signing off. Goodbye.